Namaskar. Today I am here to share the story of a boy who studied in a vernacular medium on scholarships and who lost all his money when he ventured first time into stock market. Today he has confidence of over 50 lakh investors and they have given me 3,50,000 crore to manage. It is said that it is better to learn from others' experience than to commit the mistakes. So let me share what mistakes you should not commit. In our culture, many a times we have been told that money is not important, don't run after money. My recommendation will be, remember this saying, money is not important, money doesn't matter, but make sure that you have made enough money before you make such statement. In our culture, we pray to not only Saraswati Mata, but also Lakshmi Mata. The second mistake which you should not make, follow these two rules. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Other than your parents, no one, including myself, is interested in making you wealthy. Whatever shines is not gold, and hence, whenever you take investment decision, please be very, very careful. As Indians, we have developed the special ability to line up where we can lose money. For example, there are 18 crore Indians who have lost money in crypto. There are 10 crore Indians who have played gaming to lose money. 90% of people who trade in stock market end up on the losing side. So wherever there is an opportunity to lose money, as Indians we line up there. And hence it is very, very important for you to remember these rules. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Third, all of you are working very, very hard. It's a very, very competitive world. But please take care of your health. Don't make the mistake which I have made, where for me work was more important than my health. And it's very easy to take care of your health. On a day where you haven't exercised or you haven't meditated, skip the dinner. This one simple principle will ensure that you will enjoy good health. And the final mistake which you should not commit, there is a saying which says that you should speak truth, but you should speak truth which is clear. Essentially, whenever you try to speak good things, try to speak good words. It will make a big difference in your career. So, give importance to money. Don't take everything for granted. Don't line up to lose money. Take care of your health and speak truth, which is Priya. Now let me come to what you should be doing. First, do good karma. Whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in spirituality or not, but in this world, good deeds never go unrewarded. unrewarded. Try to do good karma. The question is, how do you define good karma? Here is how I judge good karma in my personal and professional life. There are 4 questions in life. The first question is Sri Ram question. All of you have heard about the dude? Sri Ram, Ramayana. If you read about Bhagavan Ram, it's always about noble goals and means which are dharmic to achieve those noble goals. That's why Bhagavan Ram becomes Maryada Purushottam. Whenever you have to take a decision, is it for a noble goal? And is the means to achieve this noble goal appropriate? Try to be in Ram quotient maximum time. The second quotient is Sri Krishna quotient. You would have heard about him also in Mahabharata. Sri Krishna, like Sri Ram, always had noble goals. But sometimes to achieve those noble goals, Sri Krishna didn't mind taking shortcut. So it was important to kill Karna to win war of Mahabharata. So he encouraged Arjun to kill Karna and then later on said that incidentally he is your elder brother, not before. The means could be inappropriate. We are all living in Kali Yuga. Sometimes to achieve noble goal, you may have to take inappropriate means. Always trying to be in Ram quotient or Krishna quotient. The third quotient is Duryodhan quotient. Duryodhan's goals were always wrong. But the means to achieve those goals many a times used to be right. For example, when he was fighting for his life on the last day of Mahabharata battle, he didn't hit Bhim below the belt. But Bhim did that. So never be Duryodhan, who will follow the right process but for wrong goals. And the fourth quotient is Ravan quotient. Ravan's goals as well as means both were inappropriate, incorrect, adharmic. So whenever you get an opportunity to take a decision, see if you could be in Ram quotient or Krishna quotient. Avoid going into Duryodhan and Ravan quotient. That will ensure that you will do good karma. And good karma never goes unrewarded. The second thing is about good company. What do I mean by good company? I'm sure all of you are familiar with Dahi Handi. Govindas come together to break the handi. Essentially, we are all Govindas in our life, trying to climb the pyramid to go on to the top. The Govinda who is breaking the matki, he or she is always standing on the shoulders of others. If those shoulders are not appropriate, strong enough or not enough, do you think Govinda will be able to break the matki and achieve the goal? Answer is clearly no. Always remember that you will be standing on the shoulders of other Govindas in your life if you want to go and break the matki. It could be your relatives, it could be your friends, it could be your bosses, it could be your subordinates, it could be your peers. All of us like certain sets of people and dislike certain sets of people. Others others are no different from us. The behavior which I expect to see in others, others will also have same expectations. Try to be the person whom you want to be. As you develop this circle of relatives, friends, bosses, peers, subordinates, you will end up creating your tribe of Govindas. On their shoulders you will be able to stand, and on that you will be able to climb. If you have more Govindas, strong Govindas, your chances of reaching the top increases multiple times. Does Govinda always become successful? Answer is clearly no. Many a times, despite strong shoulders and a great team, Govindas fail. But they never give up. They regroup and boom, start going up again. In life, failures will keep on coming. But if you have strong sets of Govinda, you will still be able to regroup and climb to the top. The third thing is about persistency. It's unlikely that you will be the most smartest, most intelligent person in the world. That can only be one or two persons. We are all average people. How do you compete with people who are more smarter, more intelligent than you? Does intelligence or education always give the head start? Well, at least in the investment world, that is not true. India's best known investor is just a Bachelor of Commerce, not Chartered Accountant, not engineer plus MBA. And despite all of us working so hard for so many decades, we are not even 1 or 2% of his knowledge. How does one overcome limitations? Intelligence, education? Well, it's all about persistence. It's all about hard work. If a task gets completed in 2 hours by your peer and you are not as intelligent or as smart as them, fair enough, you'll have to put 4 hours. But after putting 4 hours, you will be able to complete that task, and next time you'll be able to do it at a shorter duration. When you are facing worthy opponent, try to be persistent. Persistency pays. Never give up. Keep on putting that extra 1 hour, that extra 1 minute, or extra 1 day, which will ensure that you are as good as your peer and sometimes better than them. Finally, if I have to share something about my journey, it's about being optimist. There is a saying which says that if you go crying, you will always get bad news. रड़ता जाइए तो मौकाना समाचार मिले. I'm sure all those people who have clapped have experienced that. Why should you be an optimist? Well, the pessimist sounds intelligent, but optimist makes money. The optimist always believes that something can happen. And the pessimist always tries to find out why something cannot happen. What would you like to become? Undoubtedly optimist if you want to do something. And this optimism is very, very necessary in every field. I studied in vernacular media. When I moved into college, it was in English medium. The first and last time I failed in my exam was English in FIJC. If I was pessimist, I would have probably given up on education and saying that, look, how can a Gujarati medium student compete in English medium? But I was persistent, and eventually I topped my college in HS. I topped my chartered accountancy course in entire India. It was only because I was persistent. Today, I'm standing in front of you and giving lecture. But when I first went on stage to give presentation about my fund, I was so nervous and I was rumbling so much that forget the audience, even my colleagues didn't understand what I was saying. And I wanted to just run away. I started my career as a debt fund manager. In those days, debt fund manager used to speak duration, convexity, fiscal deficit, interest rates. आज भी मैं वो जब बोलता हूँ लोगों को नींद आ जाती है. And most of the time I was called so that audience can get a good sleep. But the sleepy audience don't give me money. So I had no choice but to engage with my audience in a language which they can understand. So I started using Bollywood, cricket, and talks of Ramayana and Mahabharata into my presentations. Today, 50 lakh people trust me with their money. And by and large, people don't go to sleep when I speak. Again, you had to reinvent yourself without being afraid of failure. I started my career in mutual fund when there were days where people used to throw us out. Before us, there were many funds which didn't do justice to investors. Investors felt cheated. And कई बार ऐसा होता था कि हम ऑफिस में जाते थे, कैबिन में जाते थे, and investor बैठने से पहले ही भगा देता था. It was a huge piece of rejection. And I could have easily thought कि let's leave mutual fund, go back to markets trading. But I persisted. We delivered return to our investors. And today, mutual fund industry has grown. Today, unlike trading where 90% investors lose money, in mutual fund 99% investors make money. Fear of failure, being pessimist, is a surefire way to failure. Being optimist and reinventing yourself is probably a surefire way to succeed. Finally, I would like to leave you with this song. This will and this should help you guide in your life. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है।